You will need sellotape, acrylic paint, coloured card and or packaging, ribbon, corrugated cards like from boxes, and a palette and brushes. So once you've gathered together all the materials, the first thing to do is to make the template for the wreath itself. So if you find yourself 2 plates, a dinner plate and a side plate or bowl, just a bigger and smaller plate really, and draw around the big plate first with a pencil and then take that away, and then position the smaller plate in the centre of the circle you've just drawn and draw around that. So then you've got like a ring to cut out. And so the next thing is to cut out your template, the big circle first, then the smaller one. You can do this by either making a hole in the middle and cutting the inner circle out from there, or by making a cut through the ring. And don't worry, because it can be taped up, as you see just there on the right. And no one can see it from the front because you'll either paint it or it'll have the kind of the decoration stuck on. So if you tape up the ring after cutting it out, and then you can paint it green if you like, or just leave it blank, the cards, it's quite a nice colour anyway. And now you've got your wreath template to start decorating. So the first thing I do when making a design like this is to sketch it, to plan it out. And you can include whatever you like in your wreath. It can even be something that's not related to Christmas or winter. You can make a wreath based on whatever you like. But here's mine, my finished sketch with robins, an orange pear, holly and a big ribbon. But my design changed slightly as I went along, and maybe yours will do that too. So it's just a plan, you don't need to stick rigidly to it. So you have the templates there with you in the craft pack, and I just cut out the templates and then stuck them loosely onto the card and cut around them, as you can see I'm doing just now. Once you've cut out the leaf shapes, or the holly specifically, you can use a ruler and a pencil to score a line down the middle of it. This just gives kind of some shape and form to the leaf, makes it look a bit more real, and it'll make your wreath a bit more 3D as well. So not all the leaves will be kind of really flat, stuck to the card template. They'll have a bit of kind of body to them. So here I'm folding it in half. And then I'll open it out, and you can see there's a bit of a shape to it, like that, like a natural leaf. And the next thing I want to do for the finishing touches is to brush it with a bit of gold or bronze paint if you've got it, or silver, like a metallic paint. Just add a bit of sparkle to your wreath. Now you can see there I was drying the brush off, so the brush has to be quite dry. You just need a tiny bit of paint on the end of your paintbrush, and then just to lightly brush it onto the edges and on the crease as well, so parts of the leaf that will kind of catch the light on your wreath. So it's a very, very dry brush, just a little bit of paint. The other kind of tricky part, if you'd like to make a robin or maybe another bird, is to use those templates again to cut out the robin from quite thick card, maybe a corrugated card, and then I use the template again just to cut out the red section. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can see from my cutting that it's not absolutely perfect, so don't worry about it too much. and there's the red, the red of the robin redbreast, and then you just kind of line it up so you're not going over the beak, which is going to be a different colour. And then the wing there is cut separately to add a bit of shape and a 3D aspect to the wreath. And then I'll just paint on, the robin has kind of lighter feathers, and I'm painting the beak as well yellow, and it has I put kind of a lighter white feather around the red of the robin, and then I'm going to put on brown for the other feathers on the back of the robin. And then I'm just going to compile it all together, so using a Pritt stick to stick it all together. And you can see here, for the orange, I cut out some like yellow, deep yellow, orangey, like an orange circle, and then I made these segments out of red card and stuck those down. And with the ivy leaf, you can see to the right of the orange piece, I did that by cutting out of green card the shape, and then I just went around the rim with like a very light yellow, or very it was about 3/4 white to 1/4 yellow. I just painted around the outside and delicately painted in the veins of the ivy leaf as well, because they're quite pronounced on ivy leaves. There's some underneath them all. There's like the mistletoe shape, which is very long and like finger-like, if that doesn't sound too creepy, finger-like leaves. And I put them in the background, just painted them green and just stuck them down. And then the berries are just like small circles. I did red for holly berries, and then I did white for the mistletoe berries. And then the big bow was just cut out a red card, or you could cut out card and paint it red, and then I brushed that with a dry brush of like the metallic paint as well, and I just drew around the outside with a big black pen just to define it. And then with the pear, it was a yellow piece of card again, and I just coloured in the stalk black, and I cut out like a slightly smaller white piece of paper, stuck that on so it looks like kind of a slice of a pear, and put the 2 dots in the middle to look like the seeds. And I also put some like black dots on the outside on the yellow skin of the pear, because pears are kind of speckled like that. And then the final thing to do is just to take a piece of string or ribbon or something like that you might have even lying around, and fold it in half and stick the ends with tape firmly to the back of the template of the wreath, and then you can hang it up. And that's your winter wreath finished. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy your wreath, and happy Christmas and a happy new year.